Congratulations, you received an offer or offers. Here's what your next steps are. First off, let's talk about your options. When you receive offers, you can accept, counter, or reject. When you accept an offer, this offer is checking off all your boxes. It's good to go. You'll simply sign it and move on to the next steps. You'll be under contract. To counter, you may get an offer that's not quite what you're looking for, so you want to send over a counter offer, with new terms that's different from the terms that the buyer offered you in the first place, and then they'll have the ability to accept, counter, or reject your offer. When it comes to rejecting, you can simply reject, thank you, but no thank you. We get a lot of low ball offers when it comes to selling a condo in Miami, so rejecting an offer sometimes is the counter. And it may cause the buyer to submit you a real offer. Now, when you receive multiple offers, those three things still come into play. You can accept, counter, or reject. So let's say you receive 5 offers, you may reject the 2 lowball offers that you received, and the remaining 3 offers that were good, you'll tell them all to submit their highest and best. And once you receive them all, compare them, and then you'll accept the highest offer, and you may tell the second to best if they want to be a backup, just in case things fall through. You can also do that. Now, when it comes to receiving offers, what do you want to pay attention to? Obviously, we're going to look at price. Price is going to be very important, but it's not always the best thing. Everything comes into play when it comes to getting an offer. You want to also look at the inspection period. You want to look at the contingencies. Is the buyer paying cash or is there financing? Does the buyer have to sell a property to be able to buy your property? There's a bunch of different things that you want to look at. So let's give some examples. When it comes to an inspection period, during the inspection period, a buyer can back out for any reason. So you want to make sure that you give the buyer enough time to do their due diligence, but not too much time. So you list your condo for $500,000. You get an offer for $525,000, but the inspection period is for 3 weeks. That's a red flag. Why? Because it's 3 weeks. It takes no longer than a week, 5 days to get an inspection done, unless the market is crazy. And then right now, the market is not crazy. Transactions are down significantly, but it's still a seller's kind of balanced market. So you have that $525,000 offer, and then you have another offer that's at asking, but on top of the inspection period, they're financing. So you have a $525,000 offer that is asking for an inspection period and they're financing. My recommendation initially is going to counter at a lower inspection period, 1 week, tops 14 days. But I would respond with a week inspection period. That's ample time for them to be able to inspect the property. Now you get another offer that's at asking, but has a 5-day inspection period and it's cash. I would be inclined to tell you to accept that. So that's just an example of when it comes to receiving offers. You don't just go based off the highest. You want to look at everything else that comes into play. Another thing that you want to look at when you're looking at offers is if the buyer is looking to assign the offer to someone else. If that's the case, this can be a wholesaler. You don't want the buyer to just be able to assign the contract to someone else and have no liability. And when it comes to receiving offers, it's definitely to look over the offer and ask your agent questions regarding the offer. Don't just accept something. It's ultimately your decision to make, so make sure you are reading everything and asking questions.